On everything that I love, motivating, paper chasing, working like Jamaican. If you see me on the phone, it's business, not no caking. Quit a 6-figure job, why? Cause I'm not patient. Need that money right now, need what Buffett make it. Man, live like dreams. 5-star cuisine, need that new whip 19. G-star the jeans and my chick Vaseline. Flex star, creatine, flex star, creatine. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Hundreds and 50s and sometimes the dubs. I put that on everything that I love. Need a dub. That's on that thing I love. Put that on my auntie and uncle's son. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Cha-cha-cha-ching.
Katrina right there like it's tennis, no cap, 20,000 down. I just pulled up with a diva, she bougie. They be mentioning, they say that it's cheaper to keep it, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, no clean as a prince. I need no features, no cap when I'm preaching these facts and these beats. No chicken bun on the back of my sneakers. This on my own, just like Ace from the clinic. Treat, I still got Ace from the teachers. That's the flow out that hate from the bleach. Right now alone, it was 2 minutes. I ship it off like a message. Time to heat this up with the temperature high. For some reason, they all up my cellular. They can't lose or be a competitor tonight. Like a chandelier. I may have my neck look like a chandelier. Drop 2,500 just on some gear. I don't know my will. Since that's a hint too far from the real. I smoke, but I see that clear. Man above on it, man that I feel. Leveled up, we in 2 different tiers. Not so much, just in 2 different years. Yeah, I hide in my bag now. You know I can cap in my songs. When you bird to the center of my home. All the hate, I don't condone. Smell it strong like a long. In my zone, I can't pick up the phone. He's a nice CEO.
Really cool.
I try to be very creative with anything I do with 2K. You know, when it comes to shoes or uniforms, it really makes sure my players stand out. It's full customization at this point.
When it comes to shoes, I love them. So I'm a shoeaholic.
When I created the shoe, I really took other people's and the community's, opinions and what they would like into consideration. So yeah, I thought of you guys. So it'd be dope if you could think of me and, vote for the shoe.
It would mean a lot to have my shoe in the game because that lets me know that, my creative ability is getting seen by so many people. And I hope I can win it.
If I don't win, I just hope the person that does win, that they enjoy it, live in a moment. Because, it's an honor to, be a part of something this big. And shout out to my mom.
When the Warriors come down the tunnel, it's always a sight to see. Dressed in their best as they arrive in their building. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the side.
Hey, Kevin.
Great stuff as always. DA, thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverley. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the 2. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the splash. Juniors checked in for Los Angeles. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
Kev, it's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain that consistency.
Yeah,
the teams that do, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
Why is consistency so hard?
Because you're not playing against yourself. And we're human. And, Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days. And that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
Got to do it.
Well, Greg, we know what kind of energy the junior plays with on the floor. That's led to energy company Mobil 1 reaching out for him to be a spokesman.
And it just feels like all the Fortune 100 companies are reaching out to Junior. This guy's destined for greatness, and the offers are just rolling in.
It's stolen by Ibaka, and pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And Junior throws it down.
And there it's all about getting inside positioning. As soon as Junior has it, he goes for the jam.
Thompson, left side, lets it go with a three. Another three for Golden State. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And we hear of players attacking rehab. You know, Greg, by all accounts, Clay took it to another level.
He said he hadn't stopped working since the third day after the NBA Finals. There was even some talk of him coming back toward the end of the year, but the Warriors quickly shut that down, knowing how much he means to this franchise. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Warriors trail by 6. Curry kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Wiseman. Outside Curry. From deep. It's hauled in by Paul George. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Morris. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Morris has got his second bucket of the night.
When Morris gets free from mid-range, he's very effective. Love seeing him getting it going from there.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Eric Paschal comes in for Green, and Kelly Oubre subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
Paschal finds Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Oubre passes to Wiseman, and the shot goes down.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Trying to get open is Oubre. And finished off by Wiseman.
I like seeing that kind of sharp pass at Thompson, making sure they get the best shot possible.
Napier kicks to Ibaka. Lots of room. Again, Los Angeles.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
With the teardrop, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing. Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
Junior, he is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force, guys, for the LA Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with
old school basketball, to be honest.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops.
Oh, what a beautiful play.
What intensity. Did you see that? Great.
And that's the kind of dunk that can energize a team. Junior's here to inspire.
Warriors trail by 15. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Clippers right now, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Junior's out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 4.
Their system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Now here's Curry, guarded close. Cool, no good.
If you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time.
And it goes down 2 points.
Oh, and really, Jackson excels when the defense gets physical with him. He's more than up for any challenge.
Curry outside, gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry Curry's got 7 points.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Jackson kicks to Napier. Pass to Zubac. Back to Napier. From the arc. And another 3 for the Clippers.
He's doing some good work from long range. I mean, he had 2 threes in the first quarter, and now he's got 1 in the second.
Curry way outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you. Right wing. Nobody near Pascal. From outside, off the mark. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Staying with your game plan is so important, especially when you are away from your home arena.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, they look like they just want it more right now. You gotta love the hustle.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And stolen by Napier.
And, of course, we know the history between Cobb and Junior. These two seem to have their fates intertwined. They're always going to be connected.
And, Greg, now the 2 rookies are playing for the same side. They've been competitive for so long, so it's nice to see them join forces. Jackson kicks to Junior. Curry with the steal, and up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Pascal. And the rejection by Cousins.
And one of the things Cousins has continued to develop is defense. Really makes an effort to swat that shot away.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Will it go? The shot off that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And last year, Pascal had to do more than probably was expected of him, but this year, a much different story.
Well, even in college, he played a more complementary role to the stars around him. Well, the Warriors have a lot of stars, and Pascal is really thriving in his role.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Junior really making a difference here.
Oh, yeah, no question what they'll be talking about in this timeout. They need to figure out some way to slow him down.
As we conclude the first half, so far, fairly.
Yep.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Morris. Reggie Jackson comes in for George. And Junior subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
They've got Draymond Green. He's out there with Oubre. Eric Pascal out there with Kent Bazemore. And it's Poole in at the 1. That's the Warriors 5. Good, nice play there from Napier.
Well, as a defender on a guy like Junior, you just can't let the shooter get comfortable. You can't let them catch and shoot.
Outside, Green. Trying his luck from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 7 rebounds in the game. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcomed with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think.
Rondo passes to Junior. Lets the three fly. The long distance three is buried. Junior's got 24.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Rajon Rondo is out there with Napier. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Kennard in at the three, the small forward. Curry kicks to Thompson. Green passes to Curry. That's tipped.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Big boy strength right there. Big boy move from Cousins right there. He feasts off of contact when he's coming up with a shot.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Well, I love this dish from Junior. Anytime you see a teammate with an easy bucket, you always give him the rock.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Now the pass to Kennard. Junior kicks to Cousins, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
I mean, over time, Cousins has worked on different aspects of his game, capable of scoring from anywhere now.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Junior. First free throw is good. And when rookies come in, there's a lot to learn, especially managing money. And Chris, the league is trying to help players manage those large salaries.
Well, players have great resources now that are available to them, and so it's great that the league has lended a hand and said, hey, if you need any help, don't be afraid to reach out.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And a wide open look for Rondo. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last. He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Hundreds and fifties and sometimes the dubs. I put that on everything that I love. Need a dub. That's on that thing I love. Put that on my auntie and uncle's son. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Motivating, paper chasing, working like Jamaican. If you see me on the phone, it's business, not no caking. Quit a six-figure job, why? Cause I'm not patient. Need that money right now, need what Buffett make it. Man, live like dreams. 5-star cuisine, need that new whip 19. G-star the jeans and my chick Vaseline. Flex star, creatine, flex star, creatine. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Hundreds and fifties and sometimes the dubs. I put that on everything that I love. Need a dub. That's on that thing I love. Put that on my auntie and uncle's son. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Cha-cha-cha-ching, not that money machine. I went.
Hey, good to see you.
Hey, what you working on?
Huddle up, gentlemen. Great win last night. Don't expect our road to get any easier, though. We need to stay focused today so that we can go out there and keep this positive streak going. We have got to find a way to create more scoring opportunities in transition. Today, we gotta work on getting easier buckets in transition.
Now we're rolling. One more. Let's go. Keep it going. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Hey, keep shooting. Way to finish strong, guys. Make sure you get some shots up before you get out of here.
Now get ready to vote. We have the 2K21 Shoe Creator Challenge finalists.
There have been so many impressive submissions. I cannot wait to see which one gets selected and gets their shoe inside 2K.
Such a tough decision, so we left it up to a true expert, concepts creative director and designer, Dion Point.
I'll be looking for a color for sure, how they mesh together. I'll be looking at what the story is that brought you those colors. So I think those two can kind of be.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchup. Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek. And hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always...
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Junior the pass to Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 5.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Saric outside. A 3-ball. That shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
On the wing, Johnson for 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
It was a total team effort in terms of passing the baton to the guy that's hot.
Now here's Payne. Napier covering. Johnson's shot is off.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 9 points for Leonard.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Suns. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Down by 12. And the foul called on Junior. That's his first foul. Saric outside. The pass to Craig.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Pass to Junior. George, that's a 2-pointer. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Filing to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Suns trail by 15. Now here's Payne. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Craig. Cranes the 3-pointer.
Woo, he got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Here's Napier. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
The Clippers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And at 7'1" and 250 pounds, Ayton is a handful. Not easy trying to guard him without fouling.
First trip to the line for him here, and the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
Now here's Napier. He's guarded closely. Pass to Leonard. Wants to get it to Zubac, and does. Count it.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity to the game.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun.
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here. playing with good focus and good energy.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Napier is out there with Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubats in at center. Kaminsky is checked in for Phoenix. Paul comes in for Cameron Payne. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Morris is checked in.
Wonderful job moving the rock. Junior's willingness to work it to his open teammates is fantastic.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Well, we've seen some head coaching changes, Greg. We're early in the season. How long does it take to fully implement, do you think, a new system with a new coach?
You know, it's a tough question, Kevin. It really can depend on how difficult or complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better. Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
And here they go. Nobody near Leonard. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Junior's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Paul passes to Booker. Suns moving the ball around. Paul can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 19. Beverly wide open. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on deep.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Now here's Paul. Napier covering to the inside. Here's Craig, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it.
Zubats the pass to Junior. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
For Los Angeles, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
What I love about Junior, he's got grit and tenacity. He's always looking for ways to improve.
Yep, that one goes.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
And you know, Tissot has a multitude of sports stars and other celebrities as their spokespeople. They added another recently. Junior has come in to represent the brand.
Greg, you have to appreciate Junior's team for seeking out deals like this one with Tissot. He continues to look for opportunities to grow his name.
Here in the second quarter, he's looking much more comfortable with his offense.
Leonard dishes to Junior from deep. And that one's good. Beverly's got his second basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
All alone, rips down the breakaway slam.
I mean, blowing past the defense, Patrick Beverly gets up and down the court in a blink.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. LA has gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Napier. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Junior's got 10 points.
Strength and focus. This is how Junior gets shots to go, even against physical defense.
To the paint. And finished off by Kaminsky.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening. Group substitution here for Phoenix. Sharch checked in for Ayton. Johnson comes in for Kaminsky. Jay Crowder's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Payne in for Paul. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for George. And it's Napier in for Jackson. We've got Johnson, Devin Booker out there with Payne. Then there's Saric, and it's Crowder. And at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Cobb's checked in and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Napier with it. Working on Booker. Rejected by Booker. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it. The fast break chance. The jump hook. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. LA has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
Showing he's not just a perimeter threat. Crowder attacking the heart of that defense.
Cobb passes to Napier. And Junior throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Inside, here's Saric, and it's sent back by Napier.
It's tough to get past Junior when he's locked in. Opponents might have to challenge someone else defensively.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
That one falls.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Phoenix has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Outside, Crowder. Down low, here's Johnson, and it's Johnson with the jam.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Here's Booker, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Junior.
Clearly a foul.
The Suns have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Clippers ahead. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Junior. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Cobb. And it's George in at the 3 spot. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower-tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience. Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Here's Junior. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Junior's got 23 points.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Much better job of just taking care of the basketball, really putting the onus on the defense.
And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Over in the corner, Batum pulls it up. Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Rondo against Carter. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that in switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. Crowder, the pass to Ayton. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
And Junior with the basket on the assist by Rondo. Napier's got 11 here in this quarter alone. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. Carter against Rondo. Nader kicks to Carter. Outside Crowder. Passes it to Galloway. 4 on the clock. Over Junior. Galloway, no good.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was...
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Hundreds and fifties and sometimes the dubs. I put that on everything that I love. Need a dub. That's on that thing I love. Put that on my auntie and uncle's son. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Motivating, paper chasing, working like Jamaican. If you see me on the phone, it's business, not no caking. Quit a 6-figure job, why? Cause I'm not patient. Need that money right now, need what Buffett make it. Man, live like dreams. 5-star cuisine, need that new whip 19. G-star the jeans and my chick Vaseline. Flex star, creatine, flex star, creatine. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Hundreds and fifties and sometimes the dubs. I put that on everything that I love. Need a dub. That's on that thing I love. Put that on my auntie and uncle's son. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Cha-cha-cha-ching, that money machine. I went to the doc, I called that gangrene. He say having money ain't everything it seems. But we both know he rich, so boy. It's you time bow, getting to it, no handouts. Sitting down, I'ma stand out. Big ballin' like I ran routes. You had to run, but you ran out. Stand out, cause you a clown, get bands now. I'm the man now. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love. Hundreds and fifties and sometimes the dubs. I put that on everything that I love. Need a dub. That's on that thing I love. Put that on my auntie and uncle's son. I need the money, I need it lump sum. I put that on everything that I love.
What up, dude? Great game.
Hey, what's up?
All right, everybody, bring it in. We got a lot to cover today. We're going to get a lot of shots today. I'm looking to get our shooting percentages back up in the next game.
It's just crazy because if there's anybody in the shoe game that knows shoes, you know, he's one of the top.
I hope that he.
And this was the Hornets pulling into the arena. A lot of the guys dressed in their very best. Now they turn their attention toward picking up and
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. All out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Hayward in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles. And in the early part of the season, some teams still working out the kinks. Doris, where does the level of play peak, do you think, in the regular season?
Well, most teams would tell you they hope they're playing their best basketball down the stretch as you're marking toward the playoffs. But the fact of the matter is, Kev, that begins on a day-by-day basis. You are building habits from the first game of the season all the way through the end of the year.
And Beats has quite the all-star roster, don't they, of NBA representatives. You can add Junior now to their list of spokesmen.
From musicians to athletes, Beats has always looked at rising stars to attach their brand. Seeing how he's played, it makes sense that they'd want to bring Junior into the fold.
And Junior throws it down.
And look how Junior's ability to read the defense pays off. Finds an opening, and bam.
Here's Washington. No good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Greg, maybe not the tallest big in the league, but Washington's reach is the great equalizer.
He stands only 6'7", but that 7'2" wingspan, it allows him to play big, snatch rebounds in traffic, and make contested shots in the paint. I think the young fella's got a bright future.
McDaniels passes to Washington. Shot clock at 5. Rozier with the ball. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Charlotte moving the ball around. Ball kicks to Rozier. To the middle. Here's Washington. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
You know, I really like this. Instead of putting his head down, Terry Rozier keeping his eyes up and finding his open teammate.
Here's Napier. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Zubac is checked in for Serge Ibaka. The Hornets also with a sub. Devontae Graham's checked in for ball. And the rejection by Zubac. And they'll keep possession. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Junior throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And there's the pass to Zeller. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Over to the left wing. Back to Rozier. The 3. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Never shy about shooting the rock. We've seen Rozier go off in the playoffs before. He loves the limelight.
Here's Napier. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that.
And so it's Los Angeles, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. Right back after this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Napier is out there with Jackson, and it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Charlotte. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Hornets have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Both shots good from the stripe. And so Napier will bring it up for Los Angeles.
Crazy to think just how recently Junior took up basketball. We know he's a raw talent and was a football player back in high school. That's one reason why the upside is so high on him.
You know, Greg, you think of guys like Duncan, Embiid, the Dream. They all started playing basketball late as well. And
that was worth the price of admission.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Hornets trail by 20. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno.
So it's Los Angeles, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. Their defense. Has been active and effective. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Serge Ibaka, and Junior subbed in for Marcus Morris. Setting the floor for the Hornets, Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Terry Rozier is out there with ball, and it's Hayward in at the 3 spot.
And not backing down from the physical defense. Junior embraces taking on these challenges.
For Los Angeles, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Cousins dishes to Leonard. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Back to Napier. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's foul number 2 for him. The Clippers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. That's good from Beverly.
What you have to love about Patrick Beverly is the long road to the NBA and his commitment to getting there. Think about this, guys. 3 different European leagues before he signs with the Rockets. I don't know how you can't appreciate that kind of work ethic.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in, and the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Graham. 8 points for him. Hayward up top.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
And Hayward with the block.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward has turned himself into a dependable two-way player. How good is he at using his length to turn away these shots?
McDaniels. It's deflected, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devontae Graham. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on an 11-3 run. Down low, here's Cousins. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And Junior throws it down.
He's got the hot hand, guys, and his teammates just keep feeding Junior.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Graham with the ball. He's picked up by Cousins. And the rejection by Cousins.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
.36 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Napier to the inside and stolen by Hayward. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Biyombo kicks to Graham. Hornets now working with the new shot clock. Hayward passes to Graham. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think
Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Junior's checked in for Jackson. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Cobb. The Hornets also changing it up. Zeller, he's checked in for Biyombo. Rozier comes in for McDaniels. And Ball subbed in for Gordon Hayward. Rajon Rondo is out there with Napier. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum. And it's Kennard in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And it's Rozier missing.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Fires from the corner, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Batum's got 5 points in the quarter. Charlotte has gone over and over to the 3-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Rozier finds Graham. Here's Monk. Trying to find Rozier. Gets it to him. Knocked away. And stolen by Napier. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, you can just tell how skilled Junior is by the looks he creates for others. Defenses know what this guy can do.
They get it back. Passes it to Zeller. Another shot. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
The fader. Again, the Clippers.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
And Cousins comes over to help. Monk for 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Napier. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
and you can only admire the grit that Junior plays with. He's not afraid of a little contact.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Reagan, New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. And the Clippers have possession. Pass to Napier. Here's Kennard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Puts up a three. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
And so here's Charlotte. Here's Martin. And since last season, Doris, a lot of coaching changes. Why do you think so many?
Kevin, I think there's a lot of contributing factors. Some of it is ownership and front office changes. Whenever that happens, coaching changes are often the next shoe to drop.
To the paint. Martin trying to free himself up.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Zeller with the double team. Batum wide open, he fires. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Charlotte making a switch here. Biombo's checked in. You know, discussing Biombo, it's hard not to think back to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, is it?
I mean, how about 39 minutes? Only 7 points scored, but how about 26 rebounds to lead his team to victory? He actually had a terrific series all the way around and then parlayed that into a $72 million contract the following year.
Batum brings the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Napier passes to Batum, and that one is good. Batum's got 12 points in just the second half.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
No good again that time.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Clippers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Junior.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Biombo, that's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Batum. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And Cousins comes over to help. Wanamaker the pass to Biombo. 5 on the clock. Here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Here's Napier. It's in.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game.